Get ready for the hottest podcast coming out of Dallas, Texas with Sean Fox, K Boogie, and Cowboys Nikki. Stars talking Cowboys. Let's go!
Yo, here we go again, back up on the scene. Stars talking Cowboys, you know what I mean. The podcast repping everything with silver and blue. Keeping it real, that's what they do. Let me tell you about the crew. Sean Fox, spitting facts. K Boogie's giving game. Nikki's got the stats, so of course she covers everything. It's showtime, so let's get to the biz. And that Stars talking Cowboys, yeah, you know what time it is. So let's get to the biz. And that Stars talking.
What's up? What's up?
Hey,
what's
hey,
up? What's going on, people? What's going on, party people?
What's happening?
Woosah.
It's Tuesday.
This is the best day of the week.
Besides Sunday.
In my opinion, this week, Tuesday, is the best day of the week. Ask me why.
Why is that? Mr. Fox, why is that?
Because we could talk about we could talk about that game on Sunday and let that mother sucker go.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I get 48 hours. 48 hours to celebrate a win and 48 hours to talk about a loss. And then after that, it's done. It's a wrap. On to the next, baby. On to the next. So we're approaching the 48-hour mark, too. So let's get it in. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. Yes, sir. Let's get it in.
Oh,
Man, I thought I was losing the rest of my hair, boy. You don't understand.
So, I mean, I did too, but Nikki said something in our chat that I 100% agreed with as soon as she said it. She said,
What it do?
What's up, man?
Hey, what's up?
What's good? What's good?
She said, I wouldn't be surprised we lose this game because of how the team was playing. And I was sitting laying on my couch. You know, I ain't even gonna say sitting. Cause I never got any excitement to sit up. So I just laid there. And the body language of the team just to me was just, it wasn't there. This was not the team that I saw, the body language of the team. I'm not talking about the players. I'm talking about just the body language. The body language of the team was not the body language that I had seen in the first 2 weeks.
I mean, I know my team. You know, when you fan of a team, if you watch the games, you watch the team, you can kind of dissect a little bit about them and how they are probably going to, how this game probably going to go. And just from the moment we kicked the ball off and when Cardinals immediately started running the ball down our throats, I was like, okay, maybe they just got to get adjusted, you know, give them a little minute. When Cardinals got the ball back again the second time, same exact thing happened. From that point on, my energy was done with this game. I mean, of course, part of me was still hoping we come back better, we play better, we show something different. I even tried to keep hope alive when I was like, okay, well, we had a bad first half. We get the ball back after halftime. Definitely they're gonna go in the locker room and they're gonna make adjustments and they're gonna come back out, you know, different. They're gonna come back different players on the field in the second half. Came back in the second half, it was the same shit. I said, you know what? I'm finna take a nap. If we win, somebody call me. If my phone don't ring, that mean we lost. You know what I'm saying? I'm just finna because I was disgusted. I was at that point. I was aggravated. I was disgusted. It's like nobody was there, and you know I feel like they let the I was gonna say Deshaun Watson. They let the Diggs situation snowballed them. And I
Mhm.
think they came in with wearing emotions. I think it was more when they stepped on the field to actually not see him in place that they knew that he was, that he was really gone, for the season. And I think from there, I don't. It's just they never recovered. They never recovered from it. And it's okay to have those type of emotions when you have this, record with this person on the field and y'all playing together, y'all boys. I get it, but you still have to come out and play. You still gotta play. Come play for him. Show up for him. That's what y'all said. That's what all y'all got on Twitter and said. Don't worry about it, T. We got you. Say no more. I am my brother's keeper. I ain't saying none of that. I think Diaz could have came and played how he was the way they played. I mean, it was nothing. I can't say I didn't see anything out of Mike McCarthy because we don't never get emotions out of Mike McCarthy. So I can't even say I didn't even see Mike McCarthy firing them up because that's something he don't do anyway. But I didn't even see it as much out of Dan Quinn when they angled him on the boot. I don't know if he was shocked that they were playing like that and he didn't know at this point what to do to reel them back in. I don't know, but they never recovered from the way they stepped on the field. They never recovered from that. Now we all know, long as we all been Cowboy fans, we all know we always have one of these type of games. We always do for one of them. But I honestly thought it would be I honestly thought I said we would lose one of these games. I said it would be the Cardinals or it would be New England. And I honestly thought that they were gonna win this one and then we might lose to New England. I honestly thought that. So I don't know. Next person.
Mr. Cowboy, how you doing, bro?
What's up?
Man, what up, y'all? How y'all feeling? How y'all
Man,
feeling?
yo, besides getting that spaceship ready to go to Mars, I'm good, brother. The sky's falling, bro.
No, it ain't falling.
The sky's falling. Got that spaceship ready to go to Mars, bro. You ain't know?
Look, to 60% of the Cowboy fans, because I'm not even gonna say 50-50, but to 60% of the Cowboys fans, the sky is falling.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. Ooh, we is crazy.
We were just we are just the worst team that ever got on the field. Well, let me take that back. It's not the team that they're saying that was bad on Sunday. They're not saying the team was bad on Sunday.
Oh Lord, help us, Jesus.
Can I go ahead? Can I go ahead and say it?
Go ahead. If you don't say it, somebody gonna say it in the comments. So you might as well just go ahead. Just go ahead and get it off the chest, brother.
Our quarterback just played horrible on Sunday. I love the fact that our quarterback. Let me take that back. Stats of the game. Let's see here. Was it 244 yards rushing?
Woo!
244. So
244 rushing and what? 222 in the air.
And then 188 of it was in the first half.
Mm-hmm. We set a record.
Oh wow! So that had nothing to do with our loss. I'm asking the question because I got told that.
Let's let the panel answer.
Crazy. Don't forget about we were 1-5, actually in the red zone too. 1-5 in the red zone, and over the last 8 games we played against the Cardinals, we're 1-7.
And let's not even
let's
talk
throw that
about
in the mix.
Okay, let's not talk about the 13 penalties.
There goes 16 penalties, 13 accepted.
16.
16,
Exactly.
13 accepted. Let's not talk about that.
Just sloppy.
Yes,
we just lost as a team.
If you want to
just
throw
sloppy.
the refs in and say that the refs missed a lot of calls. They did, because Parsons was being held a lot that wasn't being called. You had the pass interference call that was not called. At least two of them that wasn't called. One they just outright didn't call. One they called, then they picked the flag back up. But this is what I always say on that: you can never play the game
Trying to figure out
and
how the
hoping
Michael
that
Gallup
you're
play was
gonna
not
get a
pass
call
interference.
from the refs. You have to play the game for yourself. You can't never play the game in hopes that the refs gonna call a fair game. And let's remember, I always look these refs up before a game. So I always come in the chat and tell y'all what type of refs we facing. The refs that we face Sunday are the same refs, if we can remember last time when we had a game with that many penalties. That was the same crew. It was the same crew. So I knew it. I knew that we wasn't gonna get away with penalty. They were gonna see everything we did, but they were never gonna see what the other team did. This not the first time they did it to us. So if this was the same rep crew that Dak called out. Remember when Dak called them out after the game about the refs last season? And then he came back and apologized and said shouldn't have talked bad about the refs, blah 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 blah. It's the same crew. So did they pay him back for that?
So I'm with me being a ref, I'm not
I
gonna.
know. You got to be impartial, right?
Right. But
Yeah.
I'm saying,
No,
like, but
I,
you don't play a game for the refs. You have to play the
no,
game.
yeah, of course and this is as a ref myself, I tell coaches and players adjust to me, you know, adjust to what I'm seeing, what I ain't seeing. Now I know as a referee, I'll go ahead and say this part. We're taught you see a play. Is that holding? Am I sure that's holding? Yeah, that's holding. Throw the flag. If I see, is that holding? Oh, they let him go. I'm done. That pass interference that got picked up, it was a bang bang play. But on the flip side, as a ref, I would have said, if I threw the flag, there's no reason for me to pick it up. But in real time, it could be, it's 50-50. But if we throw a flag, it's very rarely that you should pick it up. So I at one point, I've learned to never blame the refs because we should have never put ourselves in position to even have the refs affect the game. My biggest concern about the team was how how the lack of discipline. 16 penalties, 13 penalties in the first half is lack of discipline. I don't care what nobody says. You could say it was quarterback's fault. You could say it was this person's fault. You could say it was that. You could all together. If you put that all in a nutshell, the team was not focused that game. We don't. I don't know why they weren't focused. I'm not in their locker room. Did they take the Cardinals for granted? Whatever the reason, there was no fire in that team, especially in the first half. And this is the NFL. So if you let a team get you down early and you give them any kind of confidence, it's a wrap. So I said, I got to put a lot of comments up here. Keep the comments coming. I promise you.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be really animated today, baby.
I'm still wondering why Lamb didn't attempt to catch the ball in the end zone. Okay. Don't understand why they picked the flag when Gallup was interfered with. Yeah,
I think I know why the Gallup play, Gallup was going backwards. If he would have just stopped and jumped, they would have called a flag. But because he was going backwards to catch that ball, they wasn't going to throw that flag. They wasn't going to throw that flag because if you go straight up and then the DB is impeding you from jumping, that's a flag. But he's going backwards trying to catch the ball. That's why they didn't throw the flag.
But he never turned his head.
So
But still,
that's
you
yeah,
th-
that's not a penalty anymore.
no, it's not.
And
It's
face
not.
guard, yeah, face guard is not a penalty.
He got his
Um,
hands up though. He got his hands
yeah,
up. Even though he didn't turn his head around, he had his hands up. But Gallup can't be going backwards though. You got to go straight up. If you go straight up, try to catch that ball, then they throw the flag. But it didn't impede him because he's going backwards with his feet in the air. So that's why they
yes,
ain't throw the flag.
yes, Charles. This is also on YouTube. It's on Stars Talking Cowboys.
Nah, my concern more than anything else is when we play against a team with good team speed on offense, we
Mm-hmm.
struggle. We
Mm-hmm.
struggle, and that's my biggest concern. Because the Cardinals, they may not have a real stout wide receiving core, whatever, but they have some wide receivers that are fast, and they have some running backs that are fast. And so when we go up against a team like that, that's when I'm concerned the most because they quick, they're fast, they're elusive, and those are the type of teams we have a problem with. To be honest with
We
you,
have a
and
problem
when
with
I saw
running.
that,
We're running quarterbacks. Period.
And that's what Tyrell said. Took Dodd for granted. He has two losses, but still was putting. He was still putting on. And that run game is why the loss happened. Slot passes in the middle. They double Micah, which opened up space and time.
Mm-hmm.
What's
Mm-hmm.
up, G?
I know. Oh Lord, Jeep.
And
Oof.
I said that. I said that. I said, hey, but everybody should know that we always struggle with this team. And no matter who the quarterback is, we struggles with this team for some reason. Um, the coach just had
So,
our number. You have to give Arizona credit. They did their lessons. They watched film, they watched tape, and they put a good game plan against us. Um,
but
obviously, we didn't do the same.
right, but obviously, what I say, what is the stat, Nikki? We lost 7 out of the last 8 games against the Cardinals.
Yep, we 1-7 against the Cardinals in the last 8 games.
Yep,
1-7.
1-7.
So they seem like they just have our number.
Yep. And yes, we do play down to our competition a lot. That's why I said one of these games was going to be an L because we always play down to our competition at least one game out the season.
So Daryl says, I think the
I
problem
believe
with
that
the
too,
D line
Darren.
is that they're too busy trying to get to the QB, that they're over pursuing the run through the line while they're going down here trying to get a sack. So with that being said, that's why you're supposed to, and I'm pretty sure Dan Quinn is going to make adjustments for this. You're supposed to control the gaps. You're
Yep.
supposed to, while you're blitzing, you're still supposed to cover every gap. And that's what they did. I was seeing a play. I saw a play on NFL Network where they had the tight end chip, and this is just good coaching, by the way, on the Cardinals' part. They had the tight end chip Parsons, knowing that Parsons was going to go outside, and then they brought the opposite guard over to get him once he got past the tight end. Tight end slipped out for a pass after the guard engaged with him. So that was just good. That was just good coaching on the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
And if everybody has to realize that the Cardinals head coach was also Philadelphia's coordinator,
Right.
Yes, he was.
Yes.
familiar with us.
Yeah.
We
Yes, he
should have known
was.
that though. We
He
should
was
have known
Philly's
that.
what? Defensive coach?
We should have known that. We should have
Yes,
known
he was
that.
their defense. Yeah, he was their defensive coordinator.
Yeah, he was a defense coordinator. I mean, he lost the Super Bowl, but he knows us. You know, we had blown coverages. I seen blown coverages all day Sunday.
So let's get to the question that that we've been seeing all over Facebook, and what was the major reason why we lost that game? I don't want to ask the question whose fault it is because we know what everybody's going to say. But in everybody's opinion,
Damn the main.
what
The
what do you
main.
think the main reason why we lost this game on Sunday?
Red zone. Not executing in the red zone. You cannot have that many trips to the red zone and don't score touchdowns. We moving the ball, but when you get to the red zone, you have to score 6 points. You have to. You cannot leave them type of points on the field. Another issue for me was the freaking fourth down call. There was no reason to go for it on fourth down at that point of the game. Not at that very moment.
Cool.
We
My
still
bad.
had we
Tell
still
me.
had three part of third quarter left and a whole fourth quarter. There was no reason to go for it. You take the points. That swings momentum at that point right there. You take them 3 points. You already know you struggling to get in the red. You struggling to get a touchdown. You already know that. So why you gonna pass up any points there? That was just stupid to me. And I fought Mike McCarthy for that. There's no reason to call to say, okay, we're gonna go for it on 4th and 4 when you couldn't even get in the goddamn gone red zone on 3rd and 1. Right? Bro? If I had a private jet, I'd have met their ass in Arizona at the airport.
So, Mr. Cowboy Nation,
Uh,
what was your perspective? Why do you think that we lost that game?
Somebody, let me pull them comments up. Somebody said we took Arizona too lightly. Whoever said that, I agree with them. Yeah, yeah, I agree with him. So I'm still trying to figure out. If you ask me, if we need to beat the Arizona Cardinals to get in the playoffs, there's no way Biotish, Zach Martin, and Tyron Smith are missing that game. Right? There's no way they're missing that game. So you thought it was sweet. We can skate by them with a second string O-line, and them boys got on our head. You thought it was sweet. You know how they're 0-2 team. We can just skate by them, and they showed you this ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Like they showed you this ain't that, right? So if I had to point at one thing, that's what stood out to me. Like you guys thought it was sweet. Y'all thought y'all was gonna be able to skate by, and y'all was wrong. Y'all was wrong.
They had to show y'all that they still in the NFL.
Yeah, they had to show that, and so that's why I'm not really worried about the loss because I know if it come down to us playing Arizona again, we need to beat Arizona to get in. We'll stomp a hole in Arizona. Right. So I think they just got cute. I think they got cute.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna take a little different take on this. It's the defense more than anything else. You can't allow any team to rush for over 200 plus yards and you expect to win the game. Now there's going to be a blueprint out. Now, if you think the Cardinals are using this, the Phillies going to use it, Washington, everybody's going to use it until we stop the run. We cannot be considered a top 5 defense until we stop the run, no matter what. And to me, the defense didn't show up the way they should have showed up. You cannot allow the Cardinals of all teams that rush for over 220 some yards against you, though. You can't do that. You can't do that. There was no you didn't held your gap assignments. You didn't communicate with the secondary. You have Dobbs, who's a running quarterback. We played against Dobbs last year when he was with basically Tennessee. So you know he's capable of running.
Mm-hmm.
So the blueprint is in front of you now. But now the blueprint is on us now because now all the team's going to say, hey, if you run off tackle with a running quarterback against the Cowboys, we can gush them up the middle. Or a fake to the outside and have a quick quarterback run to the outside. So to me, it's got to be on the defense. I understand about the 1-5 in the red zone. I get it. But if this team's supposed to be, hey, we're gonna have the defense carry us, right? The defense ain't carry us. They did not that game. You know what I'm saying? Not that game. So that 1-5 in the red zone, I get it. But you cannot let any team rush for over 200 yards and you expect to beat them at the end of the day. Why? Your defense is going to get tired. Time of possession is going to be an issue. And then you're always fighting to claw back in the game. Mm-hmm. So to me, it was more on the defensive end. Even though we were 1-5 in the red zone, and Mike McCarthy, what he said was he should have been more aggressive in the red zone, passing the ball, and I agree. but also you got to use your tight ends. You have to use your
Put
tight ends more in the red zone. The tight
put
ends were not used.
Tab is coming
They
in.
should have been.
But you have to have a balanced attack. You got to have balance. You know, yes, you might want it's gonna be times that you're gonna say, okay, the defense carrying us. I'm gonna just take for instance last night. Jalen Hurts threw 2 interceptions, but his defense picked it up for him. Picked it
How
up
many how many interceptions did he throw?
two.
Two.
He threw two. He have thrown an interception in every game so far. So we don't talk about that. But his defense was on point for him. But also, when the defense got the ball back for them, they went down there and they scored. They coach said, "Okay, they're not letting us get the touchdown. We're gonna take the 3." They only went for the 4th down when they knew they can push the pile and they can do it. Mike McCarthy he had lack of coaching on Sunday, and this ain't the first time we've seen this from him. You know, then I don't want to hear him get up to the podium and say, I got to do a better job. It's on me. We know it's on you. We know who is on. Stop telling us that. Fix it.
I don't know. He got to be
My,
more
yeah,
aggressive. He got to be more creative too. The red
and you got
zone,
to get
there's no
creative.
creative.
None.
Because I was just about to ask a question. You know, we were whatever we were in the red zone.
1-5.
1-5. We were 1-5 in the red zone. But tell me if I'm wrong if I call out what we did. We tried to run up the middle with Pollard, who was not a power back. He's a scat back. We tried to throw to the tight ends, and they haven't been consistent.
Mm-hmm.
And we tried to throw the fades we tried to throw a fade. Except for the last play when Dak tried to throw in the middle of the in triple coverage. But am I missing any other kind of variations to those 4 plays?
We did the same thing
Did
over and over again.
Did we do it?
No,
Did we do any sprint outs? Did we run any motions to get receivers open? Did we run any kind of rub routes? Did we run any kind of combination routes?
None.
Did we do anything that was remotely trick the defense? Because even on that last play, yes, Dak threw an interception. And before anybody come on here and say I'm making a fucking excuse, I'm not making an excuse on this what I'm about to say for Dak. If you look at the linebacker took a step to the right. He saw the receiver coming behind him. He turned his hips and got into the passing lane and made the interception.
Yes, he did. Yes,
go back and look at the play.
You know football.
Look at the linebacker. Don't look at what Dak did. Look at what the linebacker did. Number 7. He took a step to his right. He saw the receiver coming behind him. Well, not out of the corner of his eye, he saw the receiver coming behind him. He got into the passing lane. He did what a linebacker is supposed to do. It had nothing to do with baiting him. It might have been baited, but he read the play. He read the play. So, yes, did we try to force a throw? Yes, we did. But how come it couldn't have been that the linebacker made a good play? We're all as an ex-football player and as a coach and now that I referee, sometimes you just have to say the other team was better than us that day.
That too.
That's just it.
Yep.
I just can't. I just as a Cowboys fan, I just hate when we lose and we lose the way we lost. I could understand if we were in the game the whole game and we come down and Dak pull a Tony Romo where we're on the 5-yard line going in and he throws that interception and we could have won the game. I could understand that, but we lost this game in the first quarter. We lost this game when Dobbs ran that 40-something yard pass around the corner. That's when we lost that game.
Was Turpin on the field in any of the red zone? Turpin or
Deuce
or
neither.
Deuce?
No,
Deuce
that's what
wasn't
I'm
on the field.
saying.
No
No,
creativity.
we did no creativity. None.
Use this. We got speed. Use it, Mike.
We did the same thing over and over again. None.
Deuce should have been loose. Turpin should have been out there. Use our speed. You know what I'm saying? You can't put actually Cooks actually right there in the slot and run him to the goalpost and basically in red zone. He's too short. You need your tight ends to do that, or somebody got to run interference. When I saw that, I was like, wait a minute, why is Cooks running that route? That was Schultz' route. Y'all know that, right? Schultz used to run that route, and I said, damn, what, we miss Schultz now? I was like, come on, what are we doing? I said, hopefully this is just a learning experience for Big Mike too, because this is first time calling plays in a long time.
Well, give it up. Give it up.
This is a learning experience though for everybody.
Give it up.
Hey, it is what it is. Like Fox has said, the Cardinals played better than we did in all phases of the game. The Cardinals came out with more passion. They came out.
We can say
with
what we want to say about Kellen Moore, but Kellen Moore had us going in the red zone.
So
now, we can say what we want to say about him, but he had us going in the red zone.
Yeah, that's been our biggest issue the last 3 games is scoring touchdowns in the red zone. It's been the biggest issue the last 3 games.
And if you can't do it, then give it up. If you can't do it, be on it and go tell Jerry.
It's too late now, though. It's too late. It's too late. His job is on the line now. It's too late.
So, Mr. Cowboy, what routes do Gallup run?
Yeah, I saw a bunch of slants. Slants and fades.
That's it.
Slants and fades. Jump ball, too. Don't forget jump ball.
Do you think that you can game plan for that?
Yeah, very easily. Very easily. Very easily. Yeah, I mean, but look, I gotta play devil's advocate, man. So, right. I told y'all why I thought the main reason was. It starts with Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy thought we can skate by. He was wrong, right? So like everything was vanilla. Game plan was vanilla, came out flat, and that's on the head coach. Direct reflection of the head coach, right? But you got some people that's gonna blame that, right? But like I said, let me play devil's advocate. Yeah, the defense gave up 200 some yards rushing, but most of that was in the first half. They pitched a shutout in the third quarter. Where's the offense?
True.
You see what I'm saying? So like Dak is that guy, right? This is the game. Like when I have my critical moments of Dak, it's games like this. It's games like this where he could put all this talk to bed. He can put the Trey Lance conversation to bed. He can put, is he that guy to bed if he come in here and light these boys up? He should have took it upon himself and put the team on his back. Yeah, defense they showed up late. They showed up a half late. Okay, elevate yourself. You the franchise QB, you the guy. Elevate yourself and carry the defense like they carried you the first 2 weeks. Right? So I think when people are critical of Dak, this is stuff like that. Like, and it frustrates me because I really want him to take advantage of these opportunities. I feel like he's capable, but it's also like when everything is not perfect, then you got to kind of wonder about that. Like, so when I read the inactives and I saw that O-line one right, I said, oh, let me see what Dak shows up. Right. So if you tell me we had our starters, oh yeah, we walked through it. We walked through Arizona. Right. So my thing with Dak is when everything is not perfect, right? When we got bag ups in, and he needs to elevate those guys as well, right? So you look at Jordan Love, they had so many people missing that people were changing their picks at the last minute. Like, no, the Packers got all these dudes out. Now I'm going with the Saints. Like, you had Rich Eisen and them literally saying that. Man, well, I ain't know the Packers had all these people out. I'm going with the Saints. Jordan Love put that team on his back.
Right.
Yeah, but
it's moments like that where Dak should shine.
Got hurt.
But what did Green Bay do with Jordan Love for him to put
He
the game
brought
on his
them
back?
back from 17 to nothing. I understand Derek Carr got hurt. He brought them
No.
back from
And Winston
17 to
trash.
nothing. You have to score. You have to get in the end zone in order to come back, right or wrong.
But
You have to get in the end zone in order to come back.
What did the coach do for Jordan Love for them to get back in the game? Did he not have him start using his legs?
Yep. Like you saying, you gotta use your legs.
What do we hear in the offseason? What did CD Lamb say in the offseason? That got free reign at the line. Now he can do whatever he wants. If he sees something, he can change something, right? So
then why did we run it so much on that
Give
drive
that- exactly.
with the time with the time running out? We what kind of sense of urgency did we have running the ball with Tony Pollard 3 straight times?
Exactly.
I understand it. But
does that sound like free reign? I'm like
we
you.
told? I'm saying, what were we told though? You see what I'm saying? What were we told? What were we told?
He got free reign.
We were told that Dak had free reign. Ain't that what we were told?
Yeah, he got free reign.
So,
but it would help. It would help too.
So that's what I'm going off of.
They didn't have separation either. All wide receivers in the red zone didn't have any separation either. So that's what I mean about the play calling. We need to have more creativity in the red zone. Yeah, that
goes back to what I'm saying, Boogie. That goes back to what I'm saying. The O-line I got to have 4 Hall of Famers on O-line. I got to have wide receivers. They got 5-6 yards of separation. I got to have the best OC in the world. I got to have the 85 Bears defense. Right?
No, but I'm saying the creativity though.
But if I need all that, is that really that guy? Like that's what people are saying.
But
you see
wait a minute, no. But every team is creative. That's what people saying. I know what they're saying, but we have to be more creative too in the red zone. Some of these plays we ran them already. From week 1 to week 3, we ran the same plays in the red zone. So how that also?
I agree. I agree. But again, it's Mike's offense. Dak had free reign. Ain't that what we were told in the offseason?
Yeah, that's what we were told. That's exactly what we were told.
That's what we were told.
Yeah. But is that what you see?
But is that what you're seeing, though?
If we looking at Mike, we need to look at Dak too. That's all.
You gotta look at both. You gotta look at both of them.
Listen, this is a team sport, right? So we gotta look at both of them. We gotta look at
both of them.
But at the same time, this was an opportunity for Dak to shut a lot of people up. I'm just saying. It was an opportunity for Dak to shut a lot of people mouth up. If he go out there and put that team on his back and light them boys up, we're not talking about Trey Lance. We're not talking about none of this.
But
it's talking about Trey Lance anyway.
You see what I'm saying?
It's only one game. It's one game.
Nope.
We got
they talking about Trey Lance. I've been out the street all day today. They talking about Trey Lance.
Trey Lance ain't doing
Trey
nothing.
Lance can't even
trust me. Talking about Trey Lance.
I mean, they talk
about Trey Lance.
But he ain't finna get no
He can kill all this though. He can kill all this.
They can talk about him.
I'm not worried about Trey Lance.
He can't even take Cooper Rush's job right now.
You see what John said. John said it gave him few. And look, I'm just saying. Look, this is what I'm saying. What Stephen A say? What Shady say? So as the defense have a bad day, Dak ain't gonna be able to carry the load. Ain't that what they said?
That's what they said, but
that's their narrative, though. That's what they saying.
They've been saying that.
I mean,
but can I ask a big?
I'm not disagreeing with nothing y'all saying about the
play. No, we're not. Yeah,
pass interference on Gallup clearly. Yeah. So, but at the end of the day, Dak got to make some plays. He need to be able to go in that booth and come out and be Superman sometime. Like Patrick Mahomes can go in that booth and come out and be Superman sometime. As reckless as Josh Allen is at times, he can still step in that booth and come out and be Superman when they need to be. Jalen Hurts stepped in that booth and came out and was Superman for the Eagles last year. Right? So people want to see that from Dak.
I agree. I agree 100% with that. But at the same time, it's still
that's all I'm saying.
It's still not everything cannot always be on the quarterback. Who's the best Who's the best quarterback in the
I'm not
league
saying
today?
everything.
No, hold on. No, I'm saying
that everything is not.
Who is the best quarterback in the league right now from a stat standpoint?
Tua. It's got to be Tua.
I'm talking about. Nope.
If it ain't Tua, who is it?
Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins, right?
Are you serious?
Go look it up.
Kirk Cousins.
Go look it up.
It's not Tua, really? Wow. Tua. Wow. I thought it would be Tua. I thought it would be Mr. No Look Tua.
I thought it would have been Tua too. It's Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins. Wow. Kirk Cousins right now, he's leading the league in passing. Let me get all these stats.
I thought it would have been Tua too.
Tua's no joke.
Yeah, he's leading the league in passing. He's in the top 3 in quarterback ratings. Kirk Cousins is up there. However, what is his team's record?
0-3.
0-3.
Over. Yeah.
And what did he do Sunday? He threw a pick for the win.
Yeah, he should have called a timeout. Also, he was rushing, but
right. He threw a pick for the win. He did the same thing last year.
So listen, I get what everybody's saying about Dak Prescott. I get it. He has to in those major moments. He has to step up.
Yeah,
we all say the same thing. We all say the same thing.
Yes, he
does.
But
let me ask you a question. So who is he going to throw to on those downs? On that down, if you go back to that interception, who is he going to throw to? The only person he could have thrown to was maybe CD Lamb.
That was
it.
Yeah, that was nothing open. Yeah, that was nothing open. That was nothing open. So, and like I said, that goes back to the offense. Like, man, that's why I said the biggest reason was we thought it was sweet. Like, you can tell by what we were running. We thought it was sweet, dude. We thought we were just going to come in there and the Cardinals just going to lay down. We came out of this preseason vanilla offense, right? set 3 of your best old linemen. Thought we just going to skate back. If you've been watching Arizona, they've been fighting. Every game they've been in, they've been scrappy.
They've been winning.
So why would you look past them like that? Right. So if I'm cutting up the blame pie, Mike McCarthy gonna get the biggest slice. You know what I'm saying? But because it all starts, and he is the reason they wasn't ready to go. He kind of sent the message to the team like, hey, we can skate by. You send Tyron Smith, game plan vanilla, right? So you sent them, but at the same time, they should be like, hey, I need to lift these guys up because clearly this ain't what we thought it was. These boys ready to go.
And that's all. So, that's all.
Somebody, if not that, somebody should have been like, "Hey, somebody should have put a founder they behind." You know what I'm saying? If not that, somebody
weigh the towel.
Somebody, yeah, somebody should have did something. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, Mike is the biggest reason, but I had to get that out there because, like I said, I've been out barbershop today. On corner a couple of my boys, and that's what they saying. Hey man, Dak need to step it up too.
Most definitely, he the quarterback. He's supposed to step it up.
Shit, everybody got to step it up.
So, yes, I mean that's what they say.
Listen, they should have had 40 ounce out there too. Why didn't they use 40 ounce in the red zone? Listen, you got a big fullback. Why not use?
You ain't lying. Yeah,
I don't know why they not using him.
Why? Like we here asking all these questions. Hopefully, Mike McCarthy, somebody is relaying this and listen to this. Why aren't you using Turpin, Deuce, and 40 ounce in the red zone? Be more creative. Use your tight ends more. Do something.
Yeah, we definitely.
Because we can't listen against the 49ers and better teams. We can't have this issue in the red zone. Right. They scoring touchdowns. We scoring field goals. You can't have those issues.
Yeah, cannot.
Definitely cannot.
Cannot have those issues.
And that's the problem. You cannot.
So, Daryl, I got to disagree with you on this statement because they said Dak is one of the biggest trash talkers in practice and in the game.
Like for
Come
real.
on, Daryl.
Yeah,
you get the gas.
Dak ain't never by himself on the sideline.
You get the gas space for that, Daryl. Come on, bro.
Yeah, they said he's one of the biggest trash talkers out there. So I got to disagree with you on that one, bro. I'll give you credit on some other stuff you said today.
Maybe we just had a bad game. But we can't repeat that anymore. That's it. We got one mulligan.
I think they got a way to go call.
But that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. We're gonna see.
Yeah.
We're gonna see after this because our schedule gets
Bob
tougher
Hick,
after
what
this.
it do, baby?
So my biggest thing is, like I said, I could not wait till today so we could talk about this game and then we could put it behind us. But if you really look at what's going on now, you got 3 undefeated teams: Miami, San Francisco, and Philadelphia. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 teams at 2-1.
Oh my.
14 teams at 2-1. And you got 4 teams at 0-3. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 teams at 1-2. Some of the teams that are at 1-2 are, I'm just trying to think of some of the good teams or who we think are good teams. Cincinnati's 1-2. They were supposed to be Super Bowl contenders. The Chargers are 1-2. They're supposed to be Super Bowl contenders.
The Giants.
Giants are 1-2, but I don't think they were supposed to be Super Bowl contenders, but they were supposed to make a step up.
Hey, let Dan Orlovsky tell it. They're supposed to be basically in the top of the division. Let him tell it.
Yeah. So at this stage of the year, I'm definitely not worried about anything. I don't think nobody on this panel predicted us to go undefeated. So
13-4, baby. 13-4. That's what I said.
Whether we lose a game today or we lose a game in 3 weeks, we're going to lose a game. It's just who you lose. It's just how you lose the game. It's not who you lose it to. It's how you lose the game. So what do you guys think about that statement that Dak said? Media, y'all put us up here. Y'all put us on the pedestal. And now y'all were looking for us to lose or whatever he said. What do y'all think about that?
Say the media got what they want.
Yeah,
I mean, he hear the haters. He hear the Sean, the Shadys and the Bar Scotts and Joy Taylor. He hear the hating, right? So, and Shannon Sharp, he knows some people out there happy that we lost, And like I said, and like you said, Fox, nobody picked us to go undefeated. Like nobody on this panel said 17-0, right? So we knew we was gonna lose a couple. But my thing is, what I think is how they respond. Like how you gonna respond, especially from a loss like this, right? Where now everybody think they got a blueprint on you. Everybody gonna try to bully ball you now, right? Because Arizona did it. So now we gonna do it too, right? So how are you gonna respond? Belichick and Zeke coming to run between the tackles, right? So how are we gonna respond? So that's what I want to see. I want to see how we respond.
Shit, they been with pads every day in practice. Every day I have them in pads. I don't give a crap. We going back to the old school. You practice pads every day.
Man, you gonna have a CBA after you.
I don't give a crap. You'll play soft. You'll get bullied. Pads every day.
Didn't we get fined a couple of seasons ago for wearing pads wearing pads too much?
I know, but we got embarrassed, bro. 7.4 yards on carry, bro. That was an average. The Cardinals, and one thing that we forgot, James Conner put on the show because in the off season we talked about, hey, James Conner maybe get traded to the Cowboys. Mm-hmm. He put on the show, and I was like, yo, maybe we still should go out and get him. Who knows? I don't know, but he did put on the show, and he was very emotional. Very emotional. Very emotional. He was basically the ringleader.
He was.
He was the ringleader. He was out there balling. So I don't know.
He probably was slick auditioning, trying to get us.
He probably was
he was.
He was balling, and that was one thing that And I said that in one of the
times.
I said, you know what, James Conner's gonna probably go out there and give up a show because he knows that the Cardinals are not gonna do anything in the West. So he's probably auditioning to get traded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, he balled out.
So I got a question, and I hope I wasn't the only one that saw that. saw this play. I was trying to look for it, but I didn't feel like going through the whole game. Did you see the play where our backup center stood up and was looking for somebody to block?
No, what quarter
There
was
was
that one?
I can't remember, but I can't remember what quarter it was, but he stood up and was turning around and looking. He just stood straight up and was turning around and looking.
Wow.
I'm gonna find that play. I'm gonna find that play, and I'm gonna share it with y'all next week. I was looking for it today, but I was like, what the heck is this guy doing?
Listen, if he don't know, we don't know. Damn, that's crazy. We definitely don't know.
So Jolly asked the question, what about LVE? What do you have y'all been thinking about? Well, we all said that we were weak at linebacker.
Yeah, we did. We need more speed. We need more speed out there when
we need more speed in his position anyway.
Yeah. I know. I mean, I feel bad for him.
It's old, boy.
But he looks like an older Sean Lee right now, to be honest with you. He's reacting really slow right now. And so he, against other running backs who are not as fast, not as quick, he plays out. But when it's quick and elusive, that's when he has problems.
Yeah, so, and that's my thing, dude. Did you see what Devon that Chain did to Denver? And we got to see them Christmas Eve, so we need to get that fixed before we see him. I don't want to be I don't want to be the next guy.
Christmas, listen, I don't want them to ruin Christmas for anybody. Lord. Yeah, listen, we don't need that. We don't need that.
Nah, we don't need that at all.
We don't need it.
So what happened to Clark? Jolly asked, what happened to Clark? I thought we were going to get more. We end up moving a couple.
I thought he played. I thought he was out there playing.
Yeah,
the majority of the game too.
Yeah, I saw. Now I'm gonna tell you, I think the Overshown injury is we missed him. We needed him for this.
I was about to say something about that too. And Wilson.
Yeah,
Wilson came out there. We looked a little slow with Wilson. I don't know if anybody else paid attention to that, but when Wilson was on the field, we looked a little lethargic and slow. I don't know.
All right, so this I'm happy. Well, since we talking about the secondary, right? So I was talking to one of my friends, and he was saying that the Diggs injury was going to be devastating, right? So the defense did look different. Don't get me wrong, but Bland wasn't out there just getting bombed on. You know what I'm saying? Bland held his own. He held his own over there, but it seems like 2 straight weeks, 2 big plays.
Let me see.
One safety in both plays. Gary Wilson, 70 yards to the house. Yep. Gary Wilson, 70 yards to the house. Yeah. Gary Wilson, 70 yards to the house on the slant because the safety didn't blow him up, didn't knock him out of his shoes. And now we got a guy butt naked downfield because the safety wasn't playing the responsibility. He down in the box. And let a guy go clean cross field on the over route.
You saw that too, huh?
Both ends. Yeah. So maybe we don't have a Trayvon Diggs problem. Maybe we got a hooker problem. Because the Gary Wilson TD happened with Trayvon on the field.
Izzy didn't play. Nah, Kenneth put down there about Izzy didn't play.
Yes, you need to be there. Izzy didn't play this weekend. To be in that spot.
I think Izzy need to play too.
Izzy need to be in that spot. Let me Izzy.
So what we gonna do about Hooker though? What we gonna do about Hooker? I mean, Hooker has been sick, so I give it to him.
If
two bad angles.
Hooker don't want to stick his nose in there.
So what we gonna do about that? What we gonna do about Hooker though?
They see something on Hooker, boo. They see something on Hooker. Watch what I tell you. You gonna see Belichick go with him too. They see something on Hooker. And he give up a play against New England. Remember what I told you? I think they see something on Hooker. I think they feel like when he back there, we can be had.
We better not give up any plays against the Patriots. Oh no. Nah, we better not. Oh no.
I'm keeping my eye on it. If we give up, if it's another busted coverage, bad angle, somebody don't want to stick their nose in there, and it's 28 running behind the receiver again.
I don't
Well,
know.
you know,
It was 28 running behind the receiver.
so you know, Belichick is going to have he's going to have a plan coming in this game, and I wouldn't be surprised if he featured
Yeah.
Zeke averaged 5 yards a carry his last game.
He looked better than Ramondre last game.
Yeah. So if we got ran over by the Cardinals this past week, you don't think Belichick? You know, remember last year he ran the ball against who did he run the ball against last year? He only passed like 3 times.
What's that, Miami?
Was that the Buffalo game? That was the Buffalo game. That was a Buffalo game. It was really cold. It was cold, and all they did was run the ball.
Yeah. I think it was the wind was real bad too, if I ain't mistaken. Like
the weather was bad.
Yeah, it passed about like 3 times. Yeah,
it was cold in Buffalo that day. It was cold. I don't know. We're gonna see. Bell needs to be out there too. Like I said, when Wilson's out there, I know Wilson has a big contract now, but it just seemed like we were a little slow when Wilson was on the field compared to like Thomas out there, Bell out there. When I saw that, I'm like, wait a minute, why do we look a step slow right now? I understand Diggs is out, so be it, but when Thomas and Bell's out there, we'll look a little faster.
Well, this was Wilson's first game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was his first game. I give him that.
Wilson got to get back up to speed, probably.
Yeah. But the defense didn't look as fast as the first 2 games.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. So it's probably a lot of new installs. Dan got to run a different scheme with Diggs out. He can't run what he was running with Diggs there. So I think it was probably a couple of new coverages or whatnot, some stuff they really hadn't been running. But Malik Hooker has gotten my attention for all the wrong reasons. Because against the Jets, we were running what we run, looking dominant, man coverage, making them hold the ball, getting to the QB in 2.1 seconds, and you scared to stick your nose in there. You supposed to not get Wilson out of shoes on that, but instead he gone to the house.
Damn, he went to the house.
And then he went to the house. He ran out to the bus and sat down. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So and then you give up the other play too. I'm like, Malik Hooker, is you again?
Hey, it's not even that.
Right,
They're picking on Gilmore a little bit too. They picking on Gilmore too.
Yeah, they are.
I seen that too. I don't know if
picking
anybody
on
else
Gilly a little bit
that.
too.
They picking on Gilmore a little bit more. So it's like, oh damn, what we gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
Can't stay in zone all the time.
Well, he's 32 years old. What you expect?
I know.
Yeah.
But I do got to ask this question, because this question got asked on Facebook. The camera kept showing Tyron on that sideline. Did he not look mad as hell? He wasn't in that game.
He was upset. He was upset.
That boy looked pissed. Yeah, he was mad, Jack. But how you gonna make that big old dude put all this stuff on, man, and tell him he ain't playing?
If anything,
but you know what he had to put in to get all this stuff on, man. Tyrone 320 pounds, man. 6'9".
Hey, but listen, like you said before, we have the Patriots and the 49ers, so we probably said, listen, just rest up. We have 2 big games coming. It's a long season. So hey, we're gonna rest you. But they should have done that before he put the uniform on. That's what they should have done.
Before he put the uniform on. Yeah.
They should have said, listen, we're gonna rest you, but they made him put on the uniform. It's like, yo, what are you doing?
Put all this on.
He was upset, but that shows he has passion.
I put all these pads and all this on him. I could have kept my cowboy jogging suit on, man.
And a hat, chilled out on the bench, talked to dad a little bit, but
and chilled out.
He was upset. He was upset, but like you said, man, it all goes back to Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy has to be assertive, and he has to show some fire. Because Dan Quinn, they love Dan Quinn, right? So now our offense can't take on the personality of Mike McCarthy. I don't know if anybody's brought that up, but our offense sometimes takes on the personality of Mike McCarthy, and our defense takes on the personality of Dan Quinn. And I'm starting to notice certain things. I'm like, yo, the offense seemed like they're more like laid back compared to the defense. I'm like, come on now, we need to show some type of passion. Somebody curse somebody out one time, smack somebody in the helmet, start a fight, do something. Because the defense is doing it. When the defense is getting gouged, you see D-Lo over there talking to him. But I don't see the offense doing the same thing. If Dez was here, Michael Irvin was here, they do that. Tony Hill was here.
That's why I missed Dez.
We don't do that enough.
Dez. Man, Dez was a dog.
Dez was on him. Michael Irvin was on him. Michael Irvin was on Troy so much they used to have to separate them on the sidelines. So sometimes we take on Mike McCarthy's identity. I think he's so laid back. The offense is laid back. We need more passion, a little bit more passion. Somebody need to get cursed out here or there, smack you on the helmet, something.
Yeah, like for real. You
got to be more passionate.
So that's another thing I noticed too in Dak's mechanics. You notice he's lobbing the ball a lot more instead of throwing it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
He throwing an alley-oop pass. I was like, Dad, what are you doing? It's not an alley-oop. This is football. This is not basketball. Throw that ball. It was like an alley-oop. I'm like, wait a minute. This is not basketball, my brother. Throw the ball. Because if you throw it a little bit harder, then they throw the flag.
Mm-hmm.
I think this question's for you, K Boogie.
Why? I got to do with Simi? Simi's on the charges now, but anyway.
Hey, I'm gonna say, yeah. So I know you saw that, but Simi got called up to the Chargers.
Yeah, he got plucked. He got plucked from the Pittsburgh Steelers team, and now he's on the roster because Mike Williams got hurt. But you know, they need to throw the ball at Tolbert a little bit more too. I don't understand.
Really
don't use him as a decoy. We know we have talent out here. We have talent, and we have to use the talent to the best of our ability. We have to. The West Coast offense is not just dink and dunk all the time with the West Coast offense. You have to take your shots vertically. We have to be more explosive. Got to be a little bit more explosive. That's just me. I'm just an aggressive guy like that anyway when it comes down to it. But we need to be more explosive. Just like Mike McCarthy said, hey, I ran the ball too much in the red zone. Okay, so we're going to see what you're going to do against the Patriots and the 49ers the next 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Because we play two good defenses the next 2 weeks. The Patriots and the 49ers.
So, and that's another thing too. I'm wondering, almost to the point, were you looking past Arizona to these two games and you just don't want to give up too much on offense? Like some was just off. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, what you up to? You know, like why you sitting all these old linemen? Why you running this vanilla game plan? Right. So he thought he could skate by. Like you thought you was gonna skate by them boy. And it wasn't, it wasn't that. It wasn't what you thought it was.
No, that's a good call out. I didn't look at it like we were overlooking them, but that was a good call out. I just thought, we don't play up to our best when we play against the Cardinals for some reason. For the last 8 games, we just haven't played our best. So that's what I was thinking about the whole game. I'm like, wow, Arizona of all teams. 1-7 against Arizona the last 8 games. Why? What is going on? What is it about Arizona? What is it about them? But I don't know. They have our number, I guess. I don't know.
I liken this to what it was when Miami used to beat England, New England.
Yeah, then they couldn't win in Miami to say they like.
Yeah. Yeah,
they couldn't win in Miami to say they life, man.
So my biggest thing is, especially in that, the thing that I want to do is, I really wanted to do this show today for 2 reasons. We all, the first 2 weeks we were all happy-go-lucky about our team, but if anybody ever watches our show, and I wish the guy who called me out on my Facebook page was listening today. I really wish he was listening. We said that we were worried about our offense, even though we were putting up 30 and 40 points. We said that there's some things that we need to work on, and that eventually it was going to bite us in the tail if we didn't work on it. And true enough, it bit us in the tail. One thing that I love about this panel is everybody can see is that we don't always agree on everything. None of us, we don't have this. All of us don't have the same thought. But on the flip side, we all love our Cowboys.
Exactly.
And we're not saying that, with the exception of Anthony Brown and now maybe LVE. we, 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 we need somebody off our team. Uh,
Whew, Lord have mercy.
so Betty says, I like Prescott, but Prescott don't know the plays. He's a great leader, but he won't get us to the Super Bowl. Let's be true and honest. Um, I don't necessarily agree with that. He doesn't know the plays. I think every quarterback in the NFL knows the plays. It's the execution part. And Dak is one of 32 quarterbacks in the NFL, and there's no quarterback in the NFL that doesn't make mistakes. Dak his mistakes just gets blown up for two reasons. Because he's a Cowboys, he's a quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, and the media is making money off of it.
Right. You're right. I feel like I'm reliving the Romo days again too. This whole thing, it feels like Romo S. When Romo used to go out there, we used to blow teams out, and then against some good teams we used to lose, and then he used to have like costly interceptions or whatever. This feels like Romo all over again. It does. This has been scripted already. So that has to change that narrative. I don't know if it's psychological with him at times, but he has to change the narrative now. He
And
has to
only
go out and say
and,
the
and
hell with the
only he can
press.
do it. He the only one can do
Exactly.
it.
We can't do it for him. We can
We
just
can't do it
talk.
for him.
But he has to go out there and do it. He has to change the narrative. He has to prove these skeptics wrong. He has to. In the biggest moments, he has to just come out and perform. That's all we ask. That's
Yep.
it. That's all
I
we
think a lot
ask.
of times he get in his own head and he overthinks it because if you look at sometimes when he's on the field, when he's playing and he's playing in that moment for him and not per se trying to prove something, you see a different Dak. But when he's playing and he's playing with the fact that I have to prove something, he's a different Dak, you know. Um, but at the end of the day, we all want to win. And at this point, it's gonna either be you or it's going to have to be somebody else. It's just cut and dry. It's no simpler than that. It's 8 years now. Some things should be beyond what he's still doing at the 8 year mark. Some things you're gonna give or take because of certain things in certain situations. But as the leader of this team and it's the one making the money that you're making on this team, um, you're gonna have to show up. And at this point, it's gonna have to be quick. You know, it's just what it is. That's the way the ball bounces. It is what it is. It is what it is. Quite frankly, we don't get that much time in the league.
Nah, we don't.
We don't. We don't get that much time in the league to bounce around and keep doing it. We don't. We just don't. You know. So I guess we'll see what Sunday brings. But to keep it fair, keep it all the way 100. This past game, it was a total team game. It was a total team loss. Everybody takes a loss. It is at fault in this game from Sunday. Some games you're gonna have where you're gonna say, okay, it was all strictly on, defense. Defense had just made this one stop. You know, um, we made the points, but our defense had to do is make this one stop. Our defense needs to make this stop. You're gonna have those games. You're gonna have those games that offense gonna need to do more than what defense did. And this was what happened Sunday. We needed offense. We needed our offense to show up for us. Our defense was struggling. Our defense had y'all the first two games. We needed offense to show up. They didn't. And that goes for special teams as well. Even special teams wasn't even good this Sunday. You know, they wasn't even good this Sunday. You know, um, I think the 60-yard punt return was the biggest spark of the game, but yet it get called back because of a penalty. You know, again, not being disciplined, and that starts with coaching. What are you doing in practice that you're not being disciplined? We had two two penalties on defense back to back that literally pushed Arizona into scoring drives. All of them were at points to where it was a third down, got them off the field, and somebody had a penalty,
Mm-hmm.
kept the drive alive. It reminds you of what? The game prior to when we played the 49ers the year before at home.
Mm-hmm.
Had them off the field, third down situation, get the ball back. Randy Gregory get a penalty. You know, so overall, we could blame this person, we could blame that person, we could blame this person, but they have to want it more than we do as fans because they are the ones that's out there on the field entertaining us. We're paying our money to see them, so they have to want it more than us. We want it, but they need it.
Mm-hmm.
They have to want it more than us because they are the ones that's out there playing. You know, it look good on paper, but we need to see production on the field. It don't
And
be no simpler
and
than that.
yeah, and to add to that, the thing of this is, as fans, I understand the frustration of us having quote quote talented teams, and we keep coming up short. We keep coming up short. Um, this is the regular season. I said this last year. I'm gonna say it again this year. We're gonna look up pretty soon, and it's gonna be February, the third week in February, and we're gonna be like, "Damn, I miss football." So
Mm-hmm.
I want to enjoy every game, win or lose. I want to enjoy the fact of sitting down and watching football on Friday night, football on Saturday, and football on Sunday and Monday and Thursday. Hell, it's games every week now with college playing. They play on Tuesdays
Mm-hmm.
and Wednesdays too. But the point being is we can't, as fans. Yes, we can express our opinion. We could express our displeasure in our team and so forth and so on. But at the end of the day, we're fans. We're Cowboy fans. Your opinion of the team versus my opinion of the team does not make neither one of us right. You look at the game in one sense. I look at the game in another sense.
Mm-hmm.
I've started watching football now for because I referee. I'm now looking at the game from a referee standpoint. That's why I was able to see that our center stand up on one play and turn around and look like he didn't know what he was doing because
He didn't.
I, I look at the game differently now. I don't just look at the long 76-yard plays and stuff and things like that. So as Cowboys fans, um, let's get to the point where, yeah, there's a friend of mine. I'm not going to mention his name, but he in his group he allows 24 hours for everybody in his group to bitch and get everything out, and then he said, "Let's move on to the next game."
Damn, 24 hours. It should be 48 hours. I was always taught 48 hours. Win or lose, you got 48 hours, and then after that, it's done.
Well, for us, we got 48 hours because we don't talk about it until Tuesday.
Right.
So we got 48 hours.
Oh Lord, here come the hater of
But I
all
think for
haters.
it
Lord
not to
have mercy.
be a hangover for the players, they have to erase that game quickly because it can hang over to the next game. So they have to erase that game quickly. Um, I think for me it was always a little aggravating for me, like even today, you know, I want to hear from the coaches more telling us that it's a possibility that all three starters that was out this week gonna possibly be out again this week. I don't want to hear that from Steven. I don't want to hear that from Jerry. That's one of the main problems. That's one of the main problems with this team. Let your coaches get up here and tell us who might not be here or what we should expect this week in practice. Who may do what in practice. If I have to hear from y'all, let me hear it after I hear from the coaches. You know, we never hear this. We never hear it from the coach. And then when Michael Crabtree do get up and speak about it, it's like he's scared to even talk about it. It's like he's scared to say it. Well, I don't have those answers for you today. Well, why Stephen and Jerry do and you don't?
Because we all know who run that team.
And get it. I
Regardless.
mean, exactly. But it's ridiculous. You know, um, we're only gonna go as far as we're only gonna go as far as Dak take us at some point. Yes, defense wins championships, but you're gonna need sometimes your defense is not gonna be able to withhold and stand it off. What happens when we get injuries on the defensive side? What happens?
Mm-hmm.
You know? So offense is gonna have to be able to go at some point. Coaching is gonna have to be able to adapt on the fly, make
Mm-hmm.
adjustments on the fly. And I didn't see that Sunday. And as good as Dan Quinn been with the defense, I didn't see no adjustments from defense. I didn't see any. It's like they were mentally second after the second half, they were mentally drained. They were mentally beat down. It was kind of more like they just wanted to get through this game, get it over with. It is what it is. I'm gonna go out here and play because I got to. I'm gonna go out here and play because my number being called. But I really wish we can forfeit this game. You know. So it was just a lackluster all over from the time that ball kicked off. I didn't have energy because I could see the energy in them. I didn't see it. I didn't see the fire in their eyes that I seen the first two games. You know, and that's why I tell people slow down with the. That's why I'm a game for game person. I'm playing a team that's in front of me. Quit jumping all the way up to the schedule on what you're gonna do to this team and what we can do to this team, what we can do to this team. Because at the end of the day, you don't injuries happen. Bam, we lost Trayvon Diggs. You know, so that's why I'm a game for game person. But we got to get better. We just got to get
This,
better.
So Daryl,
And
this,
Daryl,
this,
I'm happy. I'm happy for Zeke,
this.
but I want Michael Parsons to lay his ass out. Period.
Yeah.
I love Zeke.
Yeah.
But
Now
I can't
wish
wait for
on
Zeke to
that
beat
part.
my team.
Yeah, I love Z too, but especially after
And I might have on my
laying the egg
21
in
jersey.
Arizona. Yeah, after
But I'm
laying the
not
egg in
going.
Arizona, they
No.
need to look Zeke in the eyes and lay him
And light
down.
his ass out.
Like
See,
I
you
want
light his ass
D-Law
up.
to light
Exactly.
his ass.
Light his ass up.
Yo, he's on the opposing team. Ain't no
Now,
love
I
now.
want them to trade jersey. I want him to trade jersey with somebody after the game. Now I ain't got no problem with that.
Oh yeah, he's gonna definitely do that. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna have on my
Um,
21 jersey.
yeah. So
But yeah, I want them to lay his ass out. If he make that one cut, lay him out. We'll be friends afterwards, Zeke.
Yeah, we'll be friends out
Y'all
there.
know we'll agree.
But this business,
Ain't no love. This bit ain't no love out here.
it's
Between them
business.
lines, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Hey,
speaking
if
of
they can do it to Emmett, they can do it to Zeke.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Roy Williams laid my
He
man
laid
out.
Emmett.
He was it. That was it. He was out. He was out. He's out. Emmett,
He was
I love
out.
you, but you out.
Speaking of
Didn't even help him up. You remember that?
right.
Didn't even help him up. Hey, Jeff.
You want to pose the team?
So I'm gonna say, speaking of low love, who was this person with this
Smoky
Kelly Green
Batman.
jersey on?
Smoky
Yo,
Batman.
he the ringleader
Sorry
of
for
the
the
trash
voice.
talk group.
Sorry for the voice. My voice is trash from yesterday being at the game.
Oh, you went to the game.
Yeah, I
Wait a
at the
minute,
game
was
last
that
night.
you in that costume I saw you on TV?
What?
Was
On the
that you in that
scooter?
costume? I
Bro, I
swear to
wish
God,
that
that
was
looked
me
like
in
you,
that
Jeff. Was that you, Jeff?
Nah,
Was that
man.
you? You sure,
Nah,
man?
bro. Yeah,
Boy,
man.
I
that
said
ain't
that.
me.
I said that looked like Jeff at the game. I said, wait a minute, is that Jeff in that damn Eagle costume right there? I said, oh damn.
Nah, man. Nah. But I
So
think we had a good time.
Yeah, I didn't watch your game yesterday because I was watching the other Monday night game. But how'd your team do last night?
Good game.
I mean, hey, 3-0. 3-0.
Okay.
They got the job done at the end of the day. I know people are going to knock offensive production from Jalen Hurts and the 2 interceptions. Have at it. 3-0. 3-0. So one thing I'm going to backtrack. So I know y'all talking about Zeke's in the Patriots. Don't forget Will Greer is also on the Patriots as well.
Yeah.
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 So
Yeah.
they're going to have to rethink a lot of their hand signals and
Well, they already said that today.
signal
Yeah,
calls
they
and
already
whatnot,
said
right?
that.
I know.
And
I know
Yeah.
they
you know,
talked about
Bill
it.
like to cheat. You know,
Yeah.
Bill
Yeah, they
like to
already
cheat.
Of
said. Yeah, they
course.
already
Bill a
said that they
cheat.
Yeah.
were.
Bill a
Yeah.
cheat. Bill a
Yeah, they
We know
already
cheat.
that.
said. They already said that.
Long history of that.
Bill
Yeah,
a
he have a
cheat.
Yeah, you
long
know, Bill
history
a
in
cheat
that.
now. So we
If you
definitely
not
got to
cheating,
change
you
some
ain't
hand
trying,
signals.
right? You gonna
I mean,
cheat.
that's the Patriot way, right? That's what they call
Yep,
it, the
they already
Patriot
said
way.
that. Yep, Patriot way.
So
They
I
deflating
had, I had to
balls.
change my liquid of choice tonight to help
Wow,
my
that.
throat out so I could speak to you guys.
Well, that's
Mm.
all right. Well, once we get past that Kelly Green stuff that you got on, you family.
Nah, don't look past it, man. Just embrace it. It's a great color, man. It's a great
I
color.
ain't embracing that puke. No.
Nah, it's everywhere. I honestly I saw more Kelly Green last night than I did Midnight Green, and there were more Eagles fans in the stadium last night than there were Tampa fans. I got
Wow.
Bucks fans friends of mine that are mad because we were the larger group of attendance than it was Bucks fans. He's like, I find it disgusting that fans will come down and wear their team's colors in our stadium. I'm like, don't be mad at us because we travel well to support our team. Be mad at your fans who live there who didn't show up.
Well,
Like, don't
most
be
of them
mad at me
wasn't
for
Tampa
that.
Bay fans anyway. They only
And
was
I
Tampa
said
Bay
that
fans
too.
because of Tom Brady.
Exactly right.
So
And I
I
was like,
mean, I
you
I
knew exactly
expected
when
that.
you left. It was going to go down. You're exactly right, Nikki.
Mm, mm, mm.
So, yeah. How about them birds, baby? Whew.
Oh man, we got something for them birds. Just wait, we
Oh,
got something for them birds.
I wasn't talking about my birds.
Ain't Betty doing way too
I
much
was
right
talking
now.
about them desert
We got something
pigeons.
for them birds.
She about
Uh,
to
he,
get. She about to. She gonna have.
Okay,
I
no.
shouldn't.
Nah,
Yeah.
listen, it's all
Ain't Betty
good.
going way too much. I'm about to tell. I'm gonna make a phone
Nah,
call at her.
Betty
I'll
good,
be
Betty
back.
good. I love the energy from Betty. Betty
Let me
good,
call her.
Betty
I'll be
good.
back.
Nah, Betty good. It's all good.
so what's your take of the NFC East right now, Jeff?
Um, Washington is exactly who we thought they were. Sam Howell is an
He
unproven
showed up.
quarterback who people swore after one game that he was the second coming. The Bills said, "No, sir, go sit back down
Mm-hmm.
with your young ass."
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Jones is Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones plays good against uh, terrible defenses and plays trash against good defenses, a la Dallas Cowboys week one. So, Dallas, you guys are good, right? We all know you got a stacked roster. There were injuries this last week, some long and then some short term. I know Nikki was talking about the old linemen that were hurt. Excuse me. Hopefully they come back against Patriots because you're going to need it against their front. Their front four, we saw
It's
in
the
week one
beast.
that they do not play.
They ranked
Um,
11, and their defense
but
is ranked 11.
yeah, they were a top 10 defense last year, and people was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, this is a trash team." Like the offense might be trash team, but their
Yeah, but their
defense.
Yeah.
defense is good.
Yeah,
Belichick is a
defense is good.
defensive-minded coach, so I would never look past the Patriots, no matter
Ever.
what on the defensive side. Um, like, do I think last week was you guys being exposed? No, not at all. I think there are some things that were done that historically have been a problem, but I think it was just an off game. Whether or not, and I know I've said it right. I was like, oh, red zone issues, right? And there are cause for concern. So Dallas is tied with New Orleans and the Jets at 27th in red zone efficiency, right? But they moved the ball really well the rest of the field. So it's it's an interesting dichotomy, right? But you can't just say the team is trash because they couldn't get it done in the red zone. The team can move the ball well, but I know what K Boogie was talking about is play calling, right? If they're leaning on the run too much in the red zone,
Mm-hmm.
that's fine if you can get it. But when dudes are stacking the box,
Right, exactly.
you need to do something else, right?
Not when you got
And
a
then-
second string O line in.
Yeah, I mean that's really not going to help your case, right? I mean, ones are ones for a reason, right? And then
Yeah.
Philly is Philly. I think there's still a slight bit of rust, but I also think that there are some things that defenses are throwing at us this year that we haven't seen. They're disguising things really well, and it's causing Jalen to slow down his progression a little bit, and it's making us kind of look slow and lethargic. But at the same time, our run game, chef's kiss to that right there. So as a team, we have well over 400 yards in 3 games rushing. 300 plus of that is yards before contact. I mean, that's like you run like that, it's going to be hard to stop a team that does stuff like that. So,
But you know what? The one thing that I appreciate about, God, I hate to even say this, I appreciate about the Eagles coaching staff is that if they find something that works, they keep going with it.
yeah,
They're just saying your coach says, okay, we're gonna do this again. Stop it.
So they
Okay,
stop.
you didn't
I
stop it
love
this
that.
time.
I
We're gonna
love
do it
that.
again.
I
Stop.
love that mentality.
And
I love that
that
mentality.
is, and if people do not understand that coaching matters in the
Mm-hmm.
NFL, look at the Chargers. If their coach wasn't such a dumbass, they would be 3-0
Oh my
right now.
God. How does he still have a job? How does Brandon Staley still
That's
have a
what
job
everybody
after
keeps
last year?
saying. How
Oh
did
my
he
God.
get?
He
How he
should
still
not
have
have
a
come
job?
home
He has
from
some type of pictures,
last year.
incriminating pictures of somebody or the owner of somebody.
How do you
But
have
I
a
think
27-point lead in the playoffs and
I
still have
think
a
if they lost
job?
that game Sunday, he probably would have been fired.
I mean, he might still be. Let him make one more
They won by luck though.
brilliant
They luck
choice like that
by
again.
luck Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Of course,
Yep.
Kirk
Kirk
Cousins.
Cousins.
They won by luck.
I mean, they did that last year. They were 11
Yeah.
11-1 in 1 point or 1 score games.
Yeah.
They're not that good. They're lucky.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about them
Y'all
close
play
games.
them too
They're
this
not gonna
year,
go your
right?
way like that every year.
We already played them. Yeah.
Yeah, they beat him
Yeah,
already.
we
Oh,
played
y'all
them
played the
week 2.
Chargers already?
No, Chargers.
No.
No.
Nah,
I thought
He's
you
talking
were
about the
talking
Minnesota
Kirk
Vikings.
Cousins. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
the Vikings, yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about the Vikings. Chargers. We do not play them this
No,
year.
we don't play them. We play them
we play
because
Seattle.
Oh, we
that's
do.
17th game.
Right.
No, wait, they're AFC. Who do we play AFC West? Kansas
We
City.
play the
Kansas City.
we play the
We played the
Chargers
Chargers.
because they were in second place in the AFC West. So that 17th
Oh.
game was because of
Yeah.
the NFC East plays.
You play the Rams too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, we played the
we play the
Rams.
Rams as well.
Yeah, we play Seattle.
We play
Yeah,
Seattle
you
too.
guys are playing all the twos, the
Yeah.
division twos in the
Right.
NFC West. We have the ones.
Y'all the ones, right?
So yeah, it was a very interesting week in the NFL.
Yeah.
Before you got here, Jeff, I said there was like 18 teams that are 2-1 or something like that.
Yeah.
It just really shows the parity in the NFL. Bad teams aren't as bad as we thought they were because it's all about matchups. There's just some teams that just match up. But whoever would have thought that Jacksonville would have lost to the Colts.
I'm talking about got a great job.
Wow.
Yeah. They lost to the
Yeah.
Texans. Who thought Jacksonville was gonna lose to the Colts?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But that was
yeah,
a coaching. That was a coaching call
Yeah.
at the end.
Yeah.
Look at
of that game.
Baltimore. Look at Baltimore
That's what I
losing to
just
the
said.
Colts. Look at
Yeah,
that.
that was a coaching in
In
at that
OT.
time. Because
And that, they honestly
Harbaugh.
should have won that game.
Yes,
That was a rare miss from Tucker at the end of the game that cost him
Yeah,
to go to
it was
OT
short.
and lose that game.
it was short.
It's a 62-yarder. He's normally automatic with that. It happens. It goes to show you any given Sunday. Any given Sunday.
Yep.
You know, who would ever thought that Lamar Jackson would be completing 73% of his passes? You know, so the NFL is not a predictable league. You
No,
know,
not this year.
it's there's more parity in the NFL than what people think. The difference
much.
between a successful team with a roster is coaching, and I don't understand why people don't understand that. It's all about coaching. You know, I'm still baffled, and I understand why, but I was always baffled why the Eagles let Andy Reid go. You know, sometimes I know sometimes you wear out your welcome and you need a new face in town and so forth and so on. But I always thought that Andy Reid was one of the best head coaches that the Eagles ever had.
I agree.
So why? But look at the difference. Look at what he's done with Kansas City. Which Kansas City at one time, they were back when Christian Okoye and all them, they were good, and they went through a long time where they wasn't doing anything until Andy Reid came, and now they're turned into a little mini dynasty.
Yep.
So
Big Red's up there in the top 4 greatest coaches of all time now. But as far as like needing a new face or needing a change, that's in most cases, right? That's probably true. But take a look at Pittsburgh. In their history, right, they've had the fewest amount of coaches of any franchise in the NFL. Yeah.
3.
Yeah. It's not been many. Right. So I think there's something to be said about the stick-to-itiveness, I guess you could say, with Pittsburgh, and willing to accept that you're going to have some up years and some down years. But it's give and take with that. Same with us and Doug Peterson, right? It was great, and then but was it all on him? No, I don't think so. But I think that was just like too many things happened, and it was like, all right, we gotta cut it. And I still have tons of love for Dougie P. But
I mean, he turned Jacksonville around.
Yeah, he sure is.
All right, we got about 30 minutes. You guys want to go over this week's games?
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Start knocking these up. All right. We'll let the only guy who won this week go first. We got a Detroit at Green Bay. Who you got?
It's in Green Bay too, right? That's kind of a tough one for me, but I'm gonna have to go with Detroit on that one. I love what I see from Jordan Love, but I don't know. Detroit is just they look good, even with the loss of CJGJ, they look strong. So yeah, Detroit, upset. Actually, I don't even know what the line is. I should look for the lines in these games.
Yeah, I don't have the line right here.
Schedule odds.
Let's see. All right, I can pull them up real quick.
Detroit -1 at Green Bay. So that's kind of a toss.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like that one's tight.
All right, Mr. Cowboy Nation, what you got?
So the Packers got out. I wonder what the Packers looking like far as injuries. Like, are they getting some of those players back, or what? I think that's kind of my question. Like, so if they missing all those players like they were last week, then I don't think they get past the line. Lions playing some ball.
They said they're optimistic that Jones and Watson will play on Thursday. So they're optimistic.
Doesn't sound good.
Give me the Lions. Give me the Lions.
Yo, you stupid.
Kelly said that's a toss
Lions, bro.
Who you got, Nikki?
I went with Detroit.
All right. I went with Detroit too.
That's everybody then. Everybody going to Detroit.
Yeah. All right. So then we got in England, I guess, in London, I'm sorry. You got
that's right. Early game.
Yeah, Jacksonville and Atlanta. And this game's on ESPN Plus, so I guess ain't nobody gonna be able to see this game.
Nobody gonna watch that.
I think they showing it on NFL Network too.
They should.
Okay, well I know I live in Atlanta, so I'll be able to see it. Atlanta and Jacksonville. Nikki, you want to go first?
Ooh.
By the way,
I'm gonna say Jacksonville is gonna. I don't think they'll lose this one.
Jesus.
Kelly is a mess. He said Magic City with some tea and crumpets.
Yo, don't forget about the buffalo wings. I'll be right there.
No, they're playing in England, so there's no. Yeah, I ain't gonna say they don't have.
Hey,
buffalo
listen,
wings.
they got buffalo wings everywhere. They gotta have buffalo wings.
Yeah, no, you know what? Up that way, they don't serve that. They don't serve that kind of food up there.
Shit, I'ma ask. We gonna customize that menu.
They strict. They are
wings.
strict with the foods that they serve up there. When I came back hungry, real hungry.
Wow.
All right, so got Atlanta and Jacksonville. I'm going Jacksonville. That's who I'm picking.
That's easy. That's easy. Jacksonville all the way. I want Atlanta to keep losing so we can go up. So I'm picking Jacksonville. That's just me.
I got you. I
I'm
don't
on
know,
the pitch
man.
train.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I would love.
I'm on the pitch train. Sorry, I'm on the pitch train. I've been on that since summertime. I'm on the pitch train. They're not using them right anyway. I'm on the pitch train. So
they're not using right at all.
They're really not using them.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think I'm concerned. Like I wasn't expecting Houston to really beat the brakes off him like that last week. So I don't know. Like, babe, did D'Amico Ryan see something? Right. So give me the Falcons. I think the Falcons try to duplicate what Houston did, and so give me the Falcons.
Yeah, I know Jacksonville's a 3-point favorite at home, and it's Shad Khan. But I'm gonna go with Mr. Cowboy. I'm taking Atlanta on the dog to upset.
Yeah, I'm going for Atlanta.
Okay. I feel like this is probably going to be this next matchup is going to be almost the game of the week. Miami at Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
This line is crazy, by the way.
Miami and Buffalo.
Yeah. Buffalo is a 2.5 or a 3-point favorite in this game.
Really?
Yes.
No, Buffalo the home team. The home team gets
at home, but it's first weekend of October, right?
It's not cold though. It's not cold.
It's not cold
It's not
yet.
gonna be cold.
It's not cold yet.
Oh no.
It's not gonna be cold in Buffalo.
No.
So it's gonna be prime passing weather, basically.
It's gonna be a high scoring game again.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It depends on what Josh Allen show up. Yeah, depending on what Josh Allen show up.
Defense played like they did this weekend against Washington.
Yeah.
That could show us a lot about what Miami is actually capable of.
Yeah, it was Sam Howell though.
Right.
Oh, we're gonna make him feel the pain this week.
Right. And it also depends on what Josh Allen show up.
Yeah.
So who we got?
I'm going with Miami.
I think I did Miami on my sheet.
I'm going Miami too.
Okay. I'm going for the upset. I'm going for Buffalo this week.
Okay.
You got both. Wow.
The favorite upset.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm saying that only because Buffalo is going to have. I'm saying this because Buffalo is going to have something to prove, and then with Miami scoring them 70 points last week, I think people are going to be gunning for them. So,
well, they scored 70 points because it was Denver, and it was Denver.
That's fair.
It's true, but there's also there's also a thing called there's some unwritten rules in the NFL, And yes, granted, they kept running the ball and scored 8 touchdowns with the running backs.
But did you see how Denver at some point in the game just said, "Forget it"? Like,
that's coaching.
yeah, they was just like, "Forget it." Go. They was like,
That's
the player he just stepped back was like, "Shit, let him go. Don't need me getting hurt."
And I'm gonna be honest. If you playing like that, then yeah, I'm gonna hang 70 on you.
I'm gonna hang
You
70
need
on
you need 70 hung on you. You need 70 hung on you because you a professional and you don't quit. So if you don't play like that, I'm gonna try to bust.
And that's exactly what they did. And also because all the noise, Sean Payton came back in the league talking.
Yeah,
Sean Payton came back in the league running his mouth a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I was telling people like, yeah, everybody was on that. We need to get Sean Payton for what?
Yeah.
I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting on him. Right. So during the league meetings when they voted on the the formation formerly known as the tush push, now called the brotherly shove.
The tush push, Lord.
Yeah, they used to call it the tush push. Now it's called the brotherly shove, right?
That sound like some
they had to change it.
Yeah, that sound like some Broad Street Bully stuff, huh?
Yeah, that's my fantasy name too. So Tom Payton came out and said if they don't outlaw it, that he's going to run it every play. He is yet to run it once. Not once. So he's just an angry old man right now.
Well, speaking of our anger, man, let's talk about the next game of the week. Denver at Chicago.
So we're going from the game of the week to the lame of the week, right?
The Egg Bowl.
What they playing in Denver or Chicago?
Chicago.
I think Denver gonna win this one though, because they just not doing right with coaching. I'm
not picking no team that gave up 70 points in a professional football game. They're gonna have to show me. Bears good for 30.
The Bears?
The Bears good for 30. Give me the Bears.
Nah,
the Bears coaching is just so bad though. That's the thing. Yeah. Coaching is so bad.
And Denver's ain't. And
Denver's too, but I think they have a little bit more leverage with Russell.
At least the Bears ain't giving up and laying down out there.
Can we just call this one a tie and get rid of it?
Can we just cancel it?
I gotta go with Denver. Justin Fields, I don't know what's going on with the play calling. I don't understand what's going on with team chemistry in Chicago right now. So I'm definitely gonna take Chicago. Not at all.
Right. Hey, Kelly said it's gonna be a tie.
A tie.
I hope so.
So how about the slug? I call this game the slugfest game of the week. Baltimore at Cleveland.
Yeah, it's gonna be the
Cleveland favored by 2.5 at home.
Baltimore got it. Oh no, I don't.
And they lost.
Is Odell playing?
They lost a heartbreaker to Indy last weekend.
Yeah, defense is nasty.
It's gonna come down to the quarterbacks in that game.
Yeah,
it's gonna come down to the quarterbacks in that game.
Well,
I'm gonna go with Baltimore.
I think that's who I chose.
I'm going with Browns because of Amari Cooper and Watson. They have good chemistry right now. That's the thing, though. Deshaun and Cooper have good chemistry right now.
Couldn't say it better myself, dude.
I said, man, listen, I'm going with the Browns. And the Browns can rush the passer, too. The Browns can rush the passer.
Yes,
so I'm like, I'm going with the Browns on that one.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm going with the Browns, too. Amari has another big game. Browns win.
Oh, man, I hate that, too. I do.
Don't that piss you off? When I saw how open he was on that touchdown,
I got mad as hell. I hate the fact that Amari's in Cleveland right now. Still hate it. I have to get over it. I know that, but I just hate it. I'm sorry. I just hate it.
All right,
so go ahead, next game.
Cincinnati at Tennessee.
Cincinnati favored by 2.5.
Cincinnati.
They was talking about Derrick Henry today. They was just like, he don't even have it in. He don't even look like he have it in him anymore. I'm like, yeah, they done ran the man. They done ran the man legs off.
He probably feel like he ain't playing for nothing. Like Tannehill ain't gonna take him nowhere. He probably need a fresh start.
All right, Rams Rams at Colts.
That's gonna be interesting.
I'm going with Indy on that one. I'm gonna go with Indy on that one.
Rams at Colts. Who quarterbacking for Indy?
I'm pretty sure Richardson
No,
got.
Minshew
Is he
probably.
cleared?
Yeah,
Is Richardson cleared yet?
He probably will be.
Yeah, depending on who the quarterback is, we'll change it. I didn't watch the LA game last night, obviously, because I wasn't around to watch it, so I have no idea what they look like.
They didn't look. Yeah, they didn't look bad, but Stanford threw the game away when he threw that interception.
Give me Indy.
Kelly said porn star mustache for the wins.
Yeah.
Porn star. Yo, Kelly, where your mind at this evening, Kelly? Magic City. What's up, Kelly?
Magic City, apparently.
I'm gonna have to inbox Kelly, see what's good. What's up, Kelly?
All right.
Oh shoot.
We got Tampa Bay at New Orleans.
No, shit, that's easy.
Is Derek Carr playing?
Yeah, that's only if Derek Carr's playing, though.
If Derek Carr playing, I'm taking the Saints. But if not, give me the Bucks. Bucks got a nice little D.
The only thing that I will say on this one, though, is that if J-Boog ends up being the quarterback for New Orleans, he loves playing Tampa now that he's not there. So that could be extra motivation for him. I feel like Tampa will probably want to have a get-back game after yesterday. But that New Orleans defense, not a punk either.
Yeah,
but
not no punk.
I'm gonna go with New Orleans at home because they're at home too.
So,
and that's a tough place to play.
Yeah, that dome is a tough place to play.
Lattimore against Evans. Don't forget Lattimore against Evans, so you know what that's gonna bring.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
They can't stand each other. Yeah, they can't stand each other.
It's gonna be one of them type of games.
Yeah. All right, so you got an NFC East game next. Washington at Philly.
Philly is favored by 8 at home right now.
Philly gonna be Washington.
It's one of our very few 1:00 games this year too.
Yeah, Philly gonna beat them.
Very odd, but yeah, Philly.
Yeah, after Monday night game, they give you a 1:00 game on Sunday.
Yeah, that was dirty.
I mean, bro, we had a mini bye week after our Thursday game. We went from a Thursday to a Monday game.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
All right, you got Minnesota.
Also, everybody was playing with the flu-like symptoms last night too. So, oof.
All right, we got Minnesota at Carolina.
Minnesota.
I'm going Minnesota now.
1:00 game.
I'm going Minnesota. Yeah, Minnesota get on the board finally.
All right, Pittsburgh at Houston.
Pitt.
I don't know. You say Houston plays good at home.
I don't know.
D'Amico Ryan might have found a little.
He may have found something.
After this, might have found something.
We'll see.
Shit, he didn't pass for 300 yards. What, 3 games in a row?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's gonna be the deciding factor in that game is gonna be defense. Pittsburgh defense is better than Texans defense.
Highsmith and Watt is something serious.
Yeah,
Highsmith and Watt is something serious.
Every time I see TJ Watt, I get mad. We could have had
just
him.
Get mad as hell. Taco.
He's gonna have that young man running for his life.
Yeah. That's the only
thing. But look on the bright side, though. We wouldn't have drafted Parsons. That's the thing. Look on the bright side. We wouldn't have drafted Parsons if we had TJ Watt.
You never know.
I mean, we kind of forced to
think about that, though.
Parsons because they took both our corners. So we're just gonna take Parsons then, right? Parsons can't.
Remember, we started
or trade out of the pick.
We
did trade the pick. We traded out the pick.
I'm just saying too. If TJ Watt was balling like that, we probably wouldn't have ended up in that draft position anyway. Think about it. That's what I'm saying. TJ Watt's the truth too. Because we probably wouldn't have fit right there in that draft slot anyway. So there's no way we probably would have had Parsons and Watt on the same team. Ain't no way.
Okay. Well, Las Vegas and Los Angeles.
Who?
Chargers.
Raiders versus Chargers.
I'm never picking the Raiders again. It cost me some money. I ain't never picking the Raiders
Well,
again.
Jimmy G is in concussion protocol, so I don't even
I'm
think
I'm gonna
he's
Never
tell
gonna
you
picking them
play
something.
again.
Sunday.
Their rookie QB, the Raiders got Jimmy G. Better be very.
But he in
Hey, 'cause
concussion
that rookie
protocol
look.
right now.
Yeah, that rookie look good, man.
But
That rookie QB look
I
good. They
think
got.
Chargers gonna beat them because
Yeah,
Devontae Adams is there, but not there. I mean, he comes out and say, "I just don't want to be here, but I got to show up and play."
yeah. But Devontae looked good
wow.
though in Pittsburgh, man. He was. Oh my god. He's just destroying them.
Damn.
So, and I don't know
It's,
this.
that's
I
a
don't know,
hell of a
man. This
trade
like I
for
said,
him.
this rookie QB might be what the doctor ordered for Devontae. I'm going with the Chargers though. He got to show
Yeah,
me.
I'm going with the
Yeah.
Chargers.
We'll give him a get right game so Staley doesn't get fired.
Yeah,
Now I'm going with the Chargers because Simi's playing. I'm going with the Chargers because Simi's playing. There you go.
they didn't say he was playing. They just said he was on the roster.
He gonna play. Simi gonna play. Watch. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
he gonna play
Next
when the
game.
game out. He gonna play when the game out the way.
Yeah, Simmy gonna be on the punt return, punt blocker.
Listen, man, Simi's 6'4". Listen, to be honest with you, we could have used Simi right now. He's 6'4" in the red zone, so
He
could
couldn't catch the
Yeah,
ball.
we can use Simmy in the
I
red
don't
zone
care,
right
damn
now.
it.
We could use Simmy in the red zone.
He's
right
6'4",
now. You
but
right
hey,
about
I don't want to.
He
Hey,
wasn't
next
holding
game,
on to the
Fox.
ball
that.
like the
He
rest
did
of
hold on to the ball.
Shit,
What y'all
pretty-
talking about?
shit.
He didn't drop one pass in preseason.
Shit.
Go ahead, Foxy. Y'all gonna leave my
I don't
man
know.
Simi alone.
I don't know who you watched.
Y'all gonna leave Simi alone. He ain't dropped
Must
now
be
one pass in
put a different
preseason.
name back there.
So with that
Y'all
being
better
said,
stop.
Arizona at San Francisco.
You
San
know damn
Francisco.
well 49ers gonna beat the brakes
San
out of them.
Francisco.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
close, but they're not gonna beat the
Francisco.
brakes. So it's gonna be close though. It's gonna be close
I
because
don't
they
know
always
if it's
play a
gonna be
close game.
close.
Well, they division, so
Yeah.
those games can be
Yeah.
played
No.
different.
I got a prediction. Arizona probably come back. Arizona come out tough every game, first half, second half,
They
not
lose.
so much.
That's
Yeah,
what I thought we was
so-
gonna win.
And that's
That's what I
what I
thought
thought
we was
was
gonna
gonna happen
win.
with us.
So it's
'Cause
gonna
they
be the same.
normally-
They may
yeah.
come out. They'll come out nasty on San Fran. Probably maybe even be up a tub or 3 points or whatnot. But San Fran will walk them down second half.
All right. So Kansas City at Jets.
Come on now. You
No,
shouldn't even
nah.
call that one out.
A whole bunch to a little.
Yeah. KC.
Damn, I feel so bad for Wilson. I feel
I
so
know.
they're giving him the business here in New York, New Jersey. They really giving him the business. Joe Montana want him off
Joe
the
Namath,
team,
when
everything.
Joe
Joe
Namath
Namath,
said
yeah,
this.
Joe
get him.
Namath
Get rid of him.
They want him out. They want him out. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn.
Caesar said the Jets.
This guy.
The Jets. Yeah, right.
The Jets to not show up.
All right. Seattle at New York.
Seattle.
The Hawks. The Hawks.
Seattle.
There ain't no way they're gonna lose
So-
to the Giants.
New York's at home, favored by 1.5.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, man. So they don't
Yeah,
even,
it's,
they don't
the,
even
it's,
get
the, it's the Monday game.
Yeah. Seattle slick favor then.
Gino
Oh.
plays well under the lights at night.
And it's a revenge game
Yeah.
for him too. He don't like the
Give
way
me-
the Giants treated him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me the
Yeah,
dogs on
screw
this
it.
one. I'll take Seattle.
Caesar
I'm
said
I'm
trap
going to-
game, New York.
Trap game. What is this
No,
trap
I'm
game?
saying,
Ain't no
like-
trap games in the first quarter of the
Nah.
season. Ain't no trap game.
Shit, that mug
Yeah,
was
You know
a
what I'm saying?
trap
Hey,
game.
tell it to us.
Shit.
There ain't no
Tell
fucking
that to
trap
us.
game.
But it wasn't a trap game, no. Listen, we won one game out of 8 versus the Cardinals, man. That
That
was
was a
not
trap
game.
game.
That wasn't no trap.
Because they all been trap games. All right. Game of the week for us Cowboy fans. New England, Zeke's return to Dallas.
Cowboys, that's easy.
Yeah, I'm going to Cowboys to bounce back. I think New England in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Jeff?
I want to see the injury report. But,
Yo, you serious?
I'm serious, bro. Hey,
No.
bro, we talked about this earlier. That New England defensive front, they are
So, all right, so Jeff.
underappreciated.
So you wanna see what the O-line, Cowboys O-line looking like, right or wrong?
Cowboys O line looks like.
Boom.
All right.
Man, you know they were held out because it was the Cardinals anyway. Listen, I'm telling you, they would have.
They
If it was playoff
underestimated the
implications, they
Cardinals.
probably
They
would have
did.
played.
They
Boogie,
underestimated.
if they held him out
Yeah.
because they thought it's just the Cardinals, that is a piss poor decision.
Exactly.
Thank
And
you.
somebody
Thank
should
you.
somebody should be
Exactly.
bent over the knee
Thank you.
and beat for that decision.
And
'Cause it
that's what they
ultimately
did.
cost
That's why
you.
they did it.
You're right, but that's
Yeah.
what they did. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
Tyron Smith was so
They
mad he
all
didn't play.
but said
He
it.
was mad.
Boy, Tyrone
But
was
Nikki,
He was
there's a
mad.
possibility they may not play.
Nah, they're
Didn't
gonna
you say
play. They're
earlier
gonna
He
play.
wasn't that
they may
mad
not
because
play?
if he was that
No.
mad, he should have got his ass in the game.
They
If
took
he
his
was
helmet
that
away
mad.
from him. No, they took his
Yeah,
helmet
took
Okay,
his-
away.
good. Let me
Once
go.
they take your helmet away, that's
Well, I
it.
know
What you gonna
that,
do?
but I'm just saying he should have told him, "Nah, I don't want to say I'm not playing. My team might need me." You always
So
on the
let me
sideline. He always feeling
let
the
me
best. Always feeling the best in the off season. I feel the best I ever felt. Always.
let me put it like this. I'm taking Dallas, right? Because I know better. Because the
Oh,
team is substantially better. But I want to see what the injury report looks like to see if it's going to be closer than what we think it could be. That's it.
I think it's going to be closer than what we think it's going to be just because it's Bill Belichick.
Right.
You know, Bill Belichick is regardless of what we think of Bill Belichick and regardless of what we think of that offense, their quarterback.
Matt
I
Jones.
think Mac Jones. I think that their defense is going to come out and play.
As long as he don't kick nobody in the groin like he did Gardner.
Don't be surprised if we get 12 to 13 more flags on us in New England.
Good grief.
And I'm just gonna leave.
We play in Dallas.
Are we playing in Dallas? We good.
Yeah, we playing
I
Dallas.
was like, we good there. So we playing in
Check,
Dallas, yeah,
check.
we get 12 to 13 more flags.
Yeah, we play in Dallas.
So we playing in Dallas. We might be
Oh
all right.
man, she's still going back to the bathroom closet, John.
Yo,
God bless, Cal.
listen, you better put your background on something different when you walking around the house, bro. You know they looking for anything. They looking like, let me see what you got in that bathroom, boy.
I'm gonna have to sit like this now. Shit.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Oh, my
Camera off or
goodness.
something. Oh
Well,
man.
once
it?
again,
That's the last game.
that was it. That was it.
That was the last one.
We play at 325, 425.
425.
Cool.
It's the game of the week. Bet another one.
It's on Fox, yeah. So it's the game of the week on Fox. At
Who's calling that game? I wonder. Do I have to put it
It's
on
at
mute?
4:00.
They not gonna
Yeah, we're gonna be the national game.
It'll come out
Because
tomorrow.
the other game on Fox at 4:00 is Arizona at San Francisco. So this is gonna be this is definitely gonna be a national game.
Yeah, because the Patriots are also basically, an East Coast team. So, how Fox is going to do. So we definitely going to be on. We better come correct and stop playing.
Yeah,
No more
we
excuses. Be more creative in the red zone. I want to see Deuce out there in the red zone. I want to see 40 ounce in the red zone. Come on, Mike. Let's go. Shit. Excuse my friend.
All right. So with that being said, for Cowboys fans, for me, I'm over last week. I'm over what happened with the Cardinals, and I'm officially on to New England.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Kinda
once
move on.
again, it was a good to talk football. Some great discussions. A lot of people made a lot of good points. And I want for our listeners and those who make comments on our show, your comments are always welcome. Don't be afraid to challenge us on what we say and what we think, because it's just what we said earlier. We're all fans of a team, and your opinion of the game or a player is no better than my opinion. So. But Jeff, any closing words about them lime green?
About them birds.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll leave a sour taste in your mouth. Don't worry. And Dubs, leave a sour taste in your mouth. It's fine. You can hate on the color all you want. We will see you soon.
Oh, we
It's
definitely
unfortunate
will.
that we won't see you in line.
Right
already,
about
but
that.
we'll see
Yeah,
you.
it's coming
That's right.
fast. It's
I'm
coming
watching that game with some
fast.
Eagle fans too in White
6
Plains
weeks.
too. I told them I'm coming. That's right.
6 weeks.
Mm.
What is that?
All right,
November
Mr.
5th.
Mr. Cowboy Nation. Final thoughts.
Yeah, I'm pretty much like yeah, I'm past the Cardinals loss. I like I said, I felt like we really need to beat Arizona to get into the playoffs. I think we stumbled a hole in them. I think we just took them too lightly and got smashed. It is what it is, right? So, and another thing, Jeff, enjoy first place while you still can, baby, because we coming.
Hey,
All
they
right.
say you're coming.
We coming. Yeah, y'all there now.
We
We
here.
Oh Lord.
You know how that always go.
You know,
It bounces
hey,
back
you
and
know it
forth.
was coming. You know it was
Right.
coming. Shout out
We
to
play
Ain't
Cowboys.
how
each
you.
other.
It's not how you start. It's how you
How you
finish. Remember that.
finish.
It's not how you start. It's
Oh,
how
I
you
know.
finish.
All right, K Boogie.
Okay. Listen, I'm over the game. Like I said, 48 hours. You give yourself 48 hours, win or loss. You get over it, move on to the next. Mike McCarthy, if you're listening, please be more creative in the red zone. Please, please. We want 40 ounce. We want deuce. We want Turpin in the red zone, please. Thank you. And defense, just come to play. And please stop the run. That's all we ask. No more 200 plus games.
Yeah,
Stop the
thank you,
run,
Lord.
please.
Thank
And let's
you.
play as a cohesive unit and offense show some passion. Curse somebody out. Smack somebody in the helmet. Do something. Mike McCarthy, break
Don't get put out the
something.
game.
Break something. We need Des Bryant out there on the sidelines as a motivational speaker or coach out there. Come on, offense, show some emotion. That's all we ask. Other than that, God bless everybody for coming out to the safe zone. Thank you for coming out, and God bless.
All right, Nikki, you want to take us home?
Well, I'm gonna let the men do that tonight.
Oh, come on now, Queen. We got you. You supposed to take us
Don't let
home
the
now.
men do it tonight.
She's our queen to be. Come on, man. Come on. Come on, man.
But as
Oh,
usual,
yeah.
I appreciate everyone taking time out their evening to join us. This was not a past good week for us Cowboy fans, but let's not by all means give up. I mean, this is only week 3. It's a lot more football left to be played. Let's hope that we can get this ship right quick. Like I said, the players should have this game should be completely out of their mind. Don't forget it because you don't want to go back to it, but use this as a stepping stone to move forward. Coaching, I just need to see more from them. I need to see players. I need everybody to hold each other accountable. Everybody on the team hold each other accountable. I need offense to play like they supposed to play, and I need defense to do their jobs. And if they both can collectively do their jobs, we could be unstoppable. We have the players, we have the talent. We just have to let it all show up on the field. So that being said, I'm gonna ride or die for my boys, no matter what. Win or lose, I was pissed off Sunday, but I'm over it. I'm gonna move on. Let's go, Cowboys.
All right. Well, we'll see everybody next week.
How you get away without saying nothing?
Ooh.
You trying to pull a fast one.
Ooh.
He did the Russell Simmons. God bless and good
Yeah.
night.
How about that? Thanks for coming out. God bless. Good night. See y'all next week.
All right.
Peace.
Good night. Thank you.